What's going on, everybody? Ruskin here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another top 5 video. Today we're going to be doing the top 5 tips for going to high rounds in Call of Duty Zombies, and specifically in Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombies, although these tips do apply to basically just any zombie game, Call of Duty zombie game that is. And I do also want to point out that they're not really in any particular order, they're just in 5 random orders. But let's go ahead and get into it. So coming in at number 5 on our list is actually going to be staying focused when there is a boss zombie on the map, or maybe I should word that differently, ignoring completely the boss zombies on the map. In the early rounds, when there's a boss zombie, usually the first, maybe even the second time you see a boss zombie, you can put all of your focus on it and just focus on taking it down as quickly as possible, and then go back to killing your zombies. What happens though, the further you get into a game, typically boss zombies get stronger. Sometimes they can spawn more than one boss zombie at a time. And the higher round you go, the faster the zombies' spawns are. So, in other words, you're not going to have 20 or 30 seconds before the zombies spawn in, because their spawns are getting faster and faster and faster. So, a lot of people, will have a training spot that they're using, or a pattern they're running, or whatever strategy that's keeping them alive and getting them from round to round to round and keeping the game going. And what happens is they see a boss zombie, they get distracted, they take their focus off of whatever they've been doing to survive as long as they have. They put all of their focus into killing that boss zombie, and what happens? Zombies surround them, corner them, hit them from behind, whatever, and the game's over because you took your focus off of the game and training or camping or whatever strategy you had. You took your focus off of the zombies and put it on the boss zombie. Most if not all boss zombies can be trained with your zombie horde, with your zombie rape train. And until you shoot at them, a lot of them don't run at full speed. They kind of walk a little slower until you start shooting at them and doing damage to them. And pick your time to use your judgment and pick your time to take them out. When you've got 2 or 3 zombies left before the round is over, probably a good time to take them out. If you get a death machine in your hand or a max ammo for your wonder weapon and you can take them out, hey, go for it. But more than anything, just staying focused. That's going to be our number 5 spot. Moving on. So coming in at number 4 on our list, should be pretty obvious that something like this is going to be, on a tips for surviving high rounds in zombies list, is training spots. But it's not just training spots, it's training patterns. And that's the thing, is there's a really big difference between the two. I can't tell you how many times somebody has said, man, this is a great training spot, or maybe I've seen somebody on YouTube make it to round 100 or even higher, maybe round 200 with a training spot, and I go to that spot and I can't make it to round 30. And that's because that spot isn't necessarily good. Whatever pattern they had, whatever they were doing in that spot was good, and they were more comfortable in that spot. So pick a spot you're comfortable with. But a lot of times for me, a training pattern isn't just one spot. It could be going from one spot to another. It could be doing a full map loop, whatever. What you're seeing right now is some gameplay on Garage Provy where I have a little training spot in the bunker, and it can get pretty hectic in there, but I'm actually able to make it decently far into the game using that spot. Most people probably wouldn't even try to train in there because it's so tight. But what you're seeing on screen now is gameplay on the Giant. Now, a lot of people on the Giant will train in the spot I was just in. They'll train in this spot here by Teleporter C. They might train in the main power area. What I'm doing is combining all of those training spots into one big pattern, one big training pattern. So as you can see, I'll run up here, I'll jump down, and then I'll run all the way around the map into the VMP room, and then right back down into the power area. And so it's a big pattern, almost like a full map strategy. And so that's a big thing, is that there's a difference between training spots and training patterns. And picking a good training pattern means, as you can see in the gameplay, I'm not running, I don't have Jug, I don't have any perks except for Quick Revive, I'm not having to run full speed, obviously don't have a shield on my back because there's not one on this map, and I'm not getting hit by zombies. I'm not taking a lot of damage. Now, for number 3 on our list, most people, if you've ever watched anybody go to high rounds, most people do this as habit. They don't even think about it. There is a difference in your weapon from a weapon that's going to be good for killing versus a weapon that's going to be good for training. You know, the weapon you would use to camp with is not also going to be the same weapon you would use to run trains with. At least it shouldn't. Now, if you've got a big, giant, heavy weapon like an LMG or some of the wonder weapons, those would be great for camping. But they're not really great to have in your hands while you're training because they slow you down, they make your sprint duration shorter or lessen it. And that's going to, you know, you're going to run out of the ability to run. Your run's going to run out. Your sprint's going to run out when you need it the most and you're trying to get past some zombies. So most people will have something like a small LMG, or I'm sorry, a small SMG, or maybe even a small assault rifle in their hand when they're actually running those trains. Maybe even a secondary in their hand when they're running the trains. And then once you get all the zombies behind you, then you pull out your big LMG or your big wonder weapon and you mow them down. But to take this even one step further, you could have one gun, let's say it's an LMG and you've got dead wire or blast furnace, or maybe it's even a wonder weapon, and that's going to be your main killing weapon. So once you get all the zombies trained up and behind you and you're ready to turn and shoot and kill them all with that, and then you immediately switch back to your whatever's your secondary gun, like I say, probably a small SMG or a small assault rifle, which you probably want to have. If you're playing Black Ops 3, you'd probably want to have Thunderwall, or you'd probably want to have Turned on it. And the reason for this is because this is your training gun. And when you're training, what can happen? You can get caught by zombies, you can get trapped, you can get cornered, whatever. One's waiting for you around the corner and surprises you. Something like Thunderwall or Turn means that you're never going to get trapped. Because, oh fuck, you pull the trigger and it blasts them out of your way and you keep running your train. So there's different guns for different reasons. And always having one of each, a training gun and a killing gun, a get the fuck out of my way gun, and, you know, kind of a wonder weapon type gun, murder a whole train in one shot. Now, for number 2 on our list, I've seen a lot of different people use a lot of different strategies for going to high rounds as far as what do you do about ammo. Because the further into the game you get, the more ammo is going to be an issue, because the zombies are going to have more health and take more shots to kill, and there's going to be more of them. And so there's going to come a point where you buy ammo and that doesn't even kill one train, let alone the entire round. And like I say, the higher into the rounds you get, the harder it's going to be for you. Some people will resort to gobble gums. Like I say, if you're in Black Ops 3, you can have gobble gums. If you're not in Black Ops 3, I think a lot of people use traps. But my tip here for number 2 is going to be wall weapons never run out of ammo. Because ammo only costs 500 points off the wall. Even Pack-a-Punch, yeah, it costs 4,500, but you're guaranteed to make more than that 4,500 with the kills you get with it. So they never run out of ammo. Have you ever noticed that somebody's playing really great, they're having a really great game, everything is going fine, and then they get an insta-kill, and about 10 seconds later they go down, and you're going, man, what the fuck, I was doing just fine, and then I got insta-kill, and I went down with insta-kill. You ever wonder why that is? It's because a lot of people who play to high rounds, they let all of the zombies spawn in. And then once all of the zombies are spawned in, and they're all in one big horde behind you in one train, then they'll start killing them off. Now, if you want to kill them all off at once, that's fine, but you got to know that 20 plus zombies are about to spawn in all at once. So it actually makes more sense to kill them 1 or 2 at a time so that zombies can only spawn in 1 or 2 at a time. A really good way to practice this is to play the Dead Ops arcade mode that's in Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 3, because in that game mode, if you want to survive, you know, some of the higher rounds, you have to have patience to get all of them spawned in, get them in a train, and then only kill as many as you're ready to have spawn back in, because as many as you kill, that's how many are going to spawn right back in. So just having patience and you know, pacing yourself on how many zombies you're killing and how fast you're killing them is my last tip for this video. That is going to be it for this video though. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure and leave a like on it. And if you liked the video, feel free to subscribe. But until my next video, I'll see you, bye.